What up, fam? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. This is Agree to Disagree. Eagles beat the Commanders, take over sole possession in first place in the NFC East. We're going to break it all down.
Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgado, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
Welcome in, everybody. This is Agree to Disagree, only on A2D Radio. Well, it's usually every Sunday, but tonight we're coming to you on a Thursday, and we're brought to you by our doc, Make 'em Yours, Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, located Burlington, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Find them on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. As always, Brian Wilson, Nick Delgado, Greg Mwakovic. I'm Tom Arnone. Everybody out there, let's go. Let's go. We'll do Crumb of the Week at the end of the show. Early look at the Rams coming up in 10 days, 11 days, whatever that is. And Eagles
super
Commanders.
early look, right?
Yeah, super. Eagles Commanders post game. We'll get right into the poll question because they've been electric. Since the bye week, the Eagles have the best defense in the NFL. Do you agree? Disagree? Let us know. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, that's where we're live. Everywhere you get your podcasts, we're there as well. Hit the like, subscribe, follow. Most importantly, join the conversation, especially when your winners are 6 in a row. It's easy to come join a conversation, right? To clear the lungs out. Right? It's easy. It's easy to come join the conversation after a loss where you just want to be on a rampage. But it's nice. It's nice when your winners are 6 in a row. And then the poll, I agree. It's crazy. It's crazy that you're agreeing, but they've given up. I mean, besides that last touchdown to Washington, what was it? 4 touchdowns in 5 games?
Yeah.
I mean,
something like that. Yeah.
I mean, that right there is all you need to know. I don't care who you're playing. We watched the league. We watch enough of it. 1 week, somebody's going to get you. No, they haven't been gotten in a while. They have not been gotten in a while, and it's not just 1 or 2 or 3 guys. I mean, you're talking about this is a lengthy defense from your 11 starters, right? And not counting rotational guys you can obviously bring in. But it's deep. It's deep. It's physical. Stuff it wasn't the first couple of games of the year. But they tackle in open space. Zach Bowen and N'Kobe are looking like that, the last 6 weeks, like the best duo in football, right? Essentially. I mean, that's how good our open field tackling's been. Our corners, we talked about that. We talked about how good these young guys have been.
Yep.
Second, the back end's been good with CJ, GJ after the first couple weeks, and obviously Blankenship. It's been good. Everything's been really good. The front's been good. Nolan Smith has been awesome in terms of sack production, right? I mean, you're getting it. Jalen Carter's all over the football field, so it is all over. It is all over, and that's the kind of stuff that equals the best defense. I don't know if we thought we were going to say that. We knew we thought they were better, especially in the secondary, right? We weren't sure about linebackers, but that's, proven anybody who thought otherwise wrong, right, so far. And the front we thought was going to be good. We just didn't know how good, right? We didn't know how good. And they weren't good early on. They struggled early on, and they figured it out. But a key thing that I heard tonight is, when they said they were talking to Vic, that all the young guys on this defense, which is a ton of them, just want to learn. They all want to be like sponges. They all want to learn more. So when you have that and you guys willing to, I mean, this is where you see shit like this, right? Guys that are dedicated. You get young guys dedicated in, buying in, and are talented. Here you go. So, I mean, I'm not going to crown them and say they're going to end up the 85 Bears or anything, right? But in terms of the NFL in 2024, I mean, right now, that's the best defense in football. And we'll see. I mean, it's not like they haven't played anybody that can score, that can score. It's not like they haven't. It's not like this, it's a bunch of, traffic cones.
Well, since
Washington came in and averaging 29.
I was just going to say, since the bye week, except for the Bengals and tonight, that's and that's why I agree with you, and that's why I won't say that's a homer.
Bengals weren't in there, it'd be a different conversation.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't say that's a homer statement or a homer question because that's in Cincinnati. Cincinnati's rolling on offense. They might stink on defense. They're rolling on offense, and they got their asses handed to them, at home against the Birds, right? And obviously Washington's been playing well offensively too. You know, I mean, everybody wants to hand Jaden Daniels, Rookie of the Year trophy, and he looked lost tonight. So, welcome to Philadelphia, bro. Welcome to that rivalry.
It's good to have you. And that's what I was thinking too. That Cincinnati game was really what sold me, right? Because you're looking through like, okay, and you could not play guys for 5 weeks, but if you're shutting teams out,
right,
dominate, then it's still like, okay, you're still shutting teams out, but that's there.
There's no point though. To your point though, even Tommy, like even though we are playing cupcakes, the scores are low. Like they're not scoring points. You know what I mean? Like they're not letting offensive score touchdowns.
Well, that's what I said. Well, there's nothing to take away. So. There's nothing to take away from these teams. But the Browns are atrocious on offense.
Yeah.
So are the Giants, and you saw Cooper Rush. He's got nudie fixtures on people. So that's what we're talking about. You know, the law of averages. But your eyes tell you that it's a good defense. This is a really, really good defense. So I'm an outsider, and I'm not taking anything away from them. You know what I mean? I just think, you have to take those games in perspective, you know what I mean? But when you're talking about the Bengals and you're talking about tonight, it shows.
Yeah, it's the triple stamp, double stamp.
Yeah, absolutely. I know. And look, these are NFL guys, you know what I mean? So to your point, like, you play who you play, so, but they are NFL players, so to speak, so, you would expect, some proof of life from those offenses, and you didn't see it in those games. Credit to the Eagles.
Yeah, defense has been great.
Yeah.
I'd say the only one you can argue is Kansas City. Kansas City, you could maybe argue that they're better. They don't have a loss. Their defense is very good, but since the bye, we've been spectacular. Since the bye, I would say we've been the best. I would agree with the question. We've been great. D-line looks great. The secondary looks great. Quinyon, another shutdown. Was Terry even out there? Who knows?
Yeah, right.
Just great. And I think, did they catch?
They didn't even
two balls.
Yeah, they didn't even try.
Caught 2 balls.
They didn't even try him. So, credit to him. You know what I mean? He's in year one, he's become Deion Sanders in some people's minds. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that as a shot at him. I'm saying they didn't even target Terry I think Terry had 1 target.
Yeah, go to the white guy.
Exactly. Yeah, like Terry's got to say, like, give me a chance.
We're on that guy over there.
Give me a chance. I mean, you got to target me. At least let him pick it off, or at least let him defend it. I mean, you didn't even target me. Like I said, that's not a shot at the kid. I was just, like if you're, it's another story if you have 8 or 9 targets and a guy goose eggs you.
Well, I mean, you could say that he's not open, not getting targets because he's not open.
I don't agree with that one bit. But he's good. I mean, I know you can. Yeah, absolutely. Great point by you. But I don't agree with that. I just think they just didn't look.
The night when they re-showed it, it looked like they showed about 5 replays of it, of like different coverages, and it was just 5, obviously. But those 5, he wasn't. But they didn't show us the other 15 routes. I think they said it was 22. That next gen tonight was like 22%.
Yeah.
What was that 22%? Like open? Was that what that was saying? You guys see that stat tonight? They popped up during the game.
I don't think it was open. I
don't know what it meant. But they showed 5 plays. And 5 plays, it was like, okay, that's covered well in the NFL. But there was also 15 times he went up against them. So I don't know, I don't have the 10 other plays. It might have been open. 1 or 2 plays.
He didn't get the ball.
Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. The bottom line is it's a respect thing. So whether he's open, whether he's open or not, he's a respect thing.
Well, you know what? Just thinking even deeper about
even a lockdown guy, a guy can get open. I mean, you can't blanket a guy. Everybody can get open. And it's just can a quarterback get you the ball in a tight window? Right, but it's a respect thing. So I mean, kudos to him, dude. He's awesome.
Well, you know what? The only thing you can think of is if you're not even targeting guys, right? You're not throwing his way. Is that the tape you're watching coming into the week? Is telling you maybe that he's shutting shit down. But it's still crazy because I don't think any of us expected him, just from the school he's coming from, to be like, okay, he's going to come in and be a guy that's going to get respect, 8 games into the year. Or 10 games into the year.
Island. He's on an island.
Okay. Nobody's ever going to throw his way ever again. Like, I didn't expect that. And I thought he played well like week 1 when they did target, right? We're like, okay, he played really well. But there were still catches against him to the sweeps' point. Watson had a couple grabs off of him, but then he had a couple great plays on some other balls. So it was like a combo, which is how the league goes with good corners. Right?
I think
and then just went away from we're not even going to throw over there.
And I think with Tommy, what you saw Tommy was press coverage. If my dad brain remembers.
Oh yeah. Press coverage. 22% press coverage,
which is delicious. Get up in me.
Yeah.
Right? Get up in me, and you can't. And you can't get by me. To give a guy 10 yards, but you're up in me, and I can't get open.
And I still can't get open. Yeah, and that's credit to the line too, right? Because the line's played so much better.
Yeah.
Since everybody played better. You know how this goes. It's you guys.
Jalen's been a monster.
Oh, he's all over the field.
Jalen was all over the field today. I mean, he set up that huge sack for Sweat, right? He's awesome. Yeah. He was awesome today, and he's been awesome the last few games. But he was a monster today.
He's a superstar. That's what he is. He's an absolute game wrecker superstar.
Yeah.
On that 4th down where he kind of fumbled the ball, I mean, Jalen was on him in like a half a second.
He
almost took the ball. Snap. Yeah, he almost took the snap.
He don't even get and you don't get the stat numbers after a lot of games too.
Right.
Where he creates so much havoc. And
you can just watch him. You know what I mean? Like, even if he's not making a play, he's in the backfield.
Yeah, you don't need binoculars.
He's changing the direction of the play.
You don't need the binoculars to see that guy's making an impact out there.
Oh, no, he's a monster. Like, he's an absolute superstar.
Well, again, there's a lot of picks that were like question marks that are playing, at an elite level.
Yeah, so, to the poll, I absolutely agree, and we could look right up front, right? I mean, Sweat again was active. Nolan Smith again was active and really good tonight, and of course, as we just talked about, Jalen Carter, and that's giving those other guys, Ball and Dean, and then of course the secondary, chances to make plays without being blocked. Right? How many times do we talk about playing complementary defense where each level complements the other one, right? The defensive line opens up the linebackers to run freely and be able to make tackles. Even that one 3rd down the first half where Nakobe was able to get Jaden down on the ground, right? He was kind of playing that pass, but then once he read that Jaden was taken off, he was able to get him down in the Eagle zone to flip the field advantage as opposed to having to stay in coverage and get beat on that 1-on-1. I mean, that was a huge play early in the game when our offense was struggling, and we really needed to keep the field position and the ball in our offense's hands, even though they were struggling.
Yeah.
Defense has been great, and like we said, our offensive line and the combination of our O-line and Saquon, we should just be hammering teams at the end, just leaning on them until they break. And we're seeing it week after week.
We did it again today.
Runs at the end of the game.
Yep. I thought even Kenny had that huge series that he.
Kenny had a great series.
Kenny had a great series there where he picked up a huge 3rd down.
Yeah, he averaged 10 yards of carry on that series.
Yeah, and that was so big. Because again, you look at oh my goodness, Saquon's on the bench, right, getting his breather, and it happens. But then when Kenny jumps out like that, and he looked fast today. I'm not saying he doesn't always, but he looked electric today.
Yeah, they just
That was our TD drive. That was like the first TD.
It was the first TD drive. Yep.
Two fresh legs.
Two 14-yard runs. Yeah, 2 14-yard runs. Yeah, it was amazing. All right, but like I said, a lot of season left, but at some point the pendulum should switch back. These writers need to check their own beanbag. I don't care if the quarterback has the ball in his hands all the time. You understand? Saquon Barkley is the MVP of the league right now. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Just use your fucking eyes. All right, the guy's electric. Right, guys, absolutely. It's unreal.
He's still running.
His vision is amazing. Amazing.
It is.
It's unreal.
That cutback was filthy.
God, guys don't even hit that hole. Like it's just
no.
And then
if it was that easy, everybody would do it.
Once he gets in space, he can run you over. If you're near him, he'll run you over. If you're not near him, he's going to take it to the house. Like,
Or just run by you.
It's incredible.
Or jump over you.
Backwards.
It really is. It really is incredible. And kudos to him because like he wasted all those. He was still a star with the Giants, but just imagine he didn't waste all those years. I'm not saying like an Eagle from Jump Street, but somewhere where you would have had a decent offensive line, a quarterback that wasn't a fucking mannequin. Like, just imagine what this guy can. Like, my God, my goodness gracious, what a talent!
And obviously the game's on
steal. What a steal!
Yeah,
like how do you
look? On Sunday.
Great job by just a real great job by the Giants. So let's give a round of applause. Great job signing Daniel Jones and letting Saquon walk. Great job.
Bold strategy.
Great job. Big fan.
How's Mara sleeping these days? You think he's gonna get any sleep tonight?
He knew it. He's the one guy that knew it. I mean, obviously, he's the guy with the checkbook. I get it. So he obviously didn't get it enough. But I mean, he's the one guy that spoke up. Everybody else was like Spellman and Brad. Oh, good luck with that. He'll be injured. Good luck with that. Giddy the fuck up. Oh my God.
Yeah, good luck with that is right.
Dude, unreal.
Yeah,
right
we'll take it.
But no, right. I completely agree. I mean, I think he's MVP of the league right now. I don't really care about anything else.
Of course, being the first game of the week, he's now the leader in rushing and the leader in scrimmage yards. I think scrimmage yards, definitely rushing, but I think scrimmage yards as well.
And just think about what a landslide. Think about what a Donald Trump landslide this would be if it wasn't for the push.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Without the push, he might have 20 TDs.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. Like, it's insane. Now,
like if I'm the Eagles, if I want to be smart,
it works for the Eagles, but he might have 25 TDs.
You got the guy signed for a minute. So if I'm the Eagles, like,
feed him.
Feed him down there. Yeah. Like, Jalen's got 100 touchdowns. I mean, Jalen might have 100 goddamn touchdowns from the tushy, right? So it's crazy. Like, give the guy a couple. Like, let's mix him in a few.
Like his elbow went down at the 1, and I'm like, oh, his elbow went down at the cut line. At the cut line, I'm like, this dude's losing a TD. This poor guy contractually is losing a TD.
We're at 3 tonight, right?
We're not going back to it. They're not going back to him. Yeah, they weren't going back to it.
I mean, even if
he's fine. He's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's fine.
We're talking about him winning MVP.
We should push. That's exactly what we should do.
No, nobody's debating that. We're saying that it would be a landslide in the MVP voting.
I don't care.
I get it, but he's been hawking 1-yard TDs for years now, Jalen. That's what he does.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not telling him,
but I'm saying like cut him in half.
I'm just telling this dude would have 20 TDs right now if he was on.
Yeah.
If they didn't
first and second down, go to Saquon. If you got to go to third down, then we push, right? Like,
yeah, you're allowed to mix one in. Like, you're allowed on first down and say, you know what, we're gonna give one to the guy.
Nah, push it.
Let the guy
from the 1, from the 3, yeah. From the 1, it should always be a push because then there's no. I don't think there's any chance of us losing yards from the push. You know what I mean? Like, it could be a 2-yard loss if it's a carry. It's not going to be a 2-yard loss. It's a push.
Yeah, I think the Jags are the only team to stop it.
Yeah,
I bet that, like, air quote.
Yeah,
in the last 3 years. I'm just saying, in the last 3 years, and he might have broke the plate on that. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say, I feel like he was in on that one, but
yeah. But you're right. I mean, nobody can stop it, so I get it. You just like the point is how many he would have.
Yes.
I mean, listen, score from the 3, Saquon. Stop falling at the 1-inch line. He's probably pissed at him. I would guarantee that he's probably pissed too. Like, fuck. Every time he falls at the 1, he's like, God damn it. Jalen's gonna score.
There's another one. A couple super chats. James says, shout out Vic Fangio. All 3 levels of the defense dominated tonight. Quinyon is already elite, and Bourne is everywhere. Yeah, Bourne hits everything too.
Oh my God,
Bourne's great. He was. He's just been great. He's just in position, and he doesn't miss tackles. So he's been great. Really, the defense has been spectacular. If we could just throw the football, we would be such a good team.
And we had guys wide open today. There were guys wide open.
We're gonna do this tonight.
I mean, that's how you win 6 in a row. That's how you win 6 in a row. You play good defense. You get you put yourself in a spot to get all the breaks. The referee play was horrible tonight on both sides, but you put yourself in a spot to get all the breaks. You know what I mean? Like, that's a tremendous play by White to punch that out. Goddard's been punched before, but to punch that out, and Calcaterra's there. He's down the field.
Yeah.
He's not standing around. He's
Great
not
spot.
feeling sorry for himself. He's down the field, dude. That changes the whole game.
Yeah, monster spot by Grant.
It's after Quinn. It's after Quinn fucks up. They get a punch out.
Yeah.
And Calcaterra's there. That's it. Ball game.
And he had to know it was coming. Like, you're running down the field, and how do you not know not to lead the ball out there? That happens at Dallas probably once every few games.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't get hurt.
I mean, it's a tremendous punch.
I mean, I was gonna say that was.
Tremendous
I think anyone's fumbling that one. That was a great.
That's
punch.
tremendous. That was a great punch. That was a
Great
that was a
punch.
Peanut Tillman.
Yeah,
that was
Peanut
a
Tillman.
right there. The inventor of the punch.
That's a Tyson punch.
Let's hope.
Great punch out.
Yeah, I'm
Calcaterra,
hoping.
great spot. And yes, I mean, I think I would say 99.9% of humans on Earth are hoping that Mike Tyson
He might
knocks
kill
out
him.
Jake Paul.
Mike Tyson might kill him at 6.
I'm
I don't
honestly.
even know how old Mike is, but he might kill him.
I'll refrain to comment. Can you bet that? Can I bet fatality?
Probably.
You might be able to beat like
Probably.
You could bet an ear bite for sure.
Hold on? Did you
Did
see
you
the video I sent of Mike talking to the little girl?
Yes.
I did not see
Mike,
that yet. I was at work.
Wow,
Yeah.
watch
It's
it.
amazing.
It's incredible.
He
It's
forgets he's
like,
talking
what?
to a little girl.
He's talking about legacy. He's like, "Hey, no legacy. You dead. You just dead."
He's
like,
so locked in.
Oh,
It's so
thank you
good.
for sharing that. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Oh, Mike, what a guy.
Martian,
What a guy.
What a guy.
I don't think there's a chance he wins though tomorrow because I think it's already rigged. I think it's rigged. Everything with Jake Paul is rigged. I think it's in the
I
contract.
mean, it's. I don't think it's rigged, Greg. He's fucking 60. Jake
No,
Paul's
but
going to dance around the ring.
they're using larger gloves because of like the power and everything. Like, I just think it's all scripted. Everything else with Jake Paul fights, there's been clauses in contracts to where they can't. Huh?
Oh,
What are they
he
using?
lost to the other guy. He lost to the other boxer.
What'd you just say? What are they using?
They're using larger gloves, so not like.
No,
I mean
it's
they're
back-
normal.
That's a normal. It's back to normal gloves, I think, right?
No, they're heavier weighted
Oh,
gloves
heavier.
to
slow Mike down.
slow to power. Yeah.
Oh no, it's the MMA that's going back to the old
Yes.
gloves. That's what that is.
Yeah.
I thought regular gloves
But
Mike
they're
kills
not
him.
using them this weekend.
Mike kills him with shot to the jaw. He hasn't been punched like that, even at 60 years old.
He hasn't. No.
There's like those hands at 60 are so lethal weapons, in my opinion. Like that, I'm not
I'm
I'm
interested
not
to
speak
see
for the guy.
if Mike
I'm not
throws.
speak, but if he
I'm
fucking
not
gave
gonna
you a
watch.
handshake, if he
I'll
gave
tell
somebody a handshake right now, our hands would break. Our hands might break. That's how strong that kid
I
is.
want it to happen. I want to see carnage.
Like,
and
I
I
just
want
don't
Mike
know
Tyson
how
to
he
blow
doesn't
him out.
die from like a
Oh,
shot to the jaw. I don't care how stupid, how many punches you can take. He hasn't taken it from something like that.
Oh, I mean, Tigers love
He's going to
cinnamon.
play defense.
Tigers love
and
cinnamon. I
dance
mean,
around.
you see Mike, you fucking run. You fucking run. You see Mike, you run. And that's always been that's always been a game plan. That's always been a game plan against Mike.
Yeah.
you don't get up in his personal space.
Yeah.
I would assume it's going to be an awful fight. I would assume.
Yes.
All right. Let's. Okay. We can get there. We can get there later. Pumper says exciting whites. Q. Breadman. Big
Big Dick Vic.
Vic. Yeah. It was his
Thank
name.
you.
I confirmed
I
that.
didn't
Won
know
this
if
game.
I didn't know if we weren't allowed to curse. I mean, yeah.
No, the dick's fine.
No diddy.
I mean, I read that. That was the first thing I saw.
The Dick's fine.
the first thing I
Wow.
That was the first thing I saw. Big
Yeah.
dude. Just popped right. Yeah, just this hit me right in the face right there. That's the first thing I saw. Little, how's your father?
Oh,
That's after midnight. We're okay.
well, no, you're right. You're right. Pump. You're right.
This was back in the day on Prism. They'd already be on softcore porn.
Oh,
Yeah, they would be.
yes, they would.
Cinderella.
Wouldn't be looking at Reuben Frank. You know what I mean?
Flyers,
Definitely wouldn't be looking at Reuben Frank right now.
Flyers, Sixers
Unless
lose.
he's, you know what I mean? Unless he's
Line
the Prince.
Flyers lose, Sixers lose. I got my fucking sausage in my hand. Squiggly line porn.
I think I see it.
There's always a win after a loss somewhere.
Absolutely, buddy. It's perspective, Tommy.
That's a nipple.
Got one.
I think I saw a lip.
That's all that. I mean, Ethan,
I tell you what, it is great, Joe. Like 6-game winning streak, lead in the division. Feels real good. When you're winning, it just feels good. Feels good.
And now we have a stress-free Sunday, right? Like, just hit
Well,
back.
I don't know about that, Greg, because I'm in gambling like a fucking piece of shit.
Well, yeah.
It's going to be highly stressful Sunday.
well, yes, in the gambling world, sure.
I mean, listen, I was a little nervous about this game because it was Thursday night, but
You've been going to
like
meetings?
the last few games haven't been stressful.
Yeah.
I didn't think there was any shot. Like I said on Sunday, I think you could have played that game for 24 straight hours. Dallas wouldn't have scored a touchdown. Our defense is on a different level right now.
Yeah,
it's great to see.
They're playing. They're monsters.
It's great to see.
It's running on repeat.
Yeah,
they're playing. It's
a
total group effort. The only negative, and he comes to life a little bit. Obviously, when he starts running the football, is really just Jalen. Right? He played better in the second half, obviously.
Do you buy into the concussion?
I don't know about the concussion, not the concussion. I'm going to buy into early on in the game. I wasn't watching before we even get into the concussion part.
He didn't look right, though. I will say that after he hit his head, the next couple possessions he looked off. He threw one like 7 feet wide of AJ that was on.
AJ was wide open.
I mean, he looked off after that.
How many times did he go? How many times did he go in the tent? They said he went in the tent before
just that one. Just that one.
He went in, back out, back in.
Oh, okay.
But it was only for like the.
It was the play he missed to Devontae for the tutty. That's the one he went in on. He didn't go in on the trick play where he got slammed the first time.
I thought it was the end of the half when two guys were wide open.
Yes.
Before
that's
when he was wide open, and then they landed on him.
That's what they reported, so I didn't know what you guys were talking about early in the game. I have no idea.
They ran a trick play, and
they ran a flea flicker, and he got sacked, and it looked like he was slow. Like he looked like something wasn't right.
Paralyzed.
Well,
but he didn't go into the tent.
Before he looked like something wasn't right, what didn't look right to me is he was refusing to step up in the clean pockets.
Yes.
Well, yeah, and he also just missing guys running wide open across the middle of the field. Like
you can't listen, you can't do MJ fadeaways and throw the football. You saw it from Daniels tonight. You saw it from Jalen at times. Like you can't go backwards and throw the ball. Yeah. So that's why you have to step up or you just have to go.
I mean, it's our biggest issue.
Yeah, he was very indecisive early.
Is that we can't really throw the football very well. We throw deep balls and we do a lot of QB runs.
But where I thought he did it, while he was garbage in the first half, where I thought he was really good, was the crossers and the slants over the middle. They were on the money early on, like the AJ and a couple of the other ones, the Smitty early on. But
one was an RPO, get it out of your hand one,
yes.
which I like a lot because I said I would run that.
That was the big gainer to AJ.
Yeah, like I'd run that with him a ton, like because you're now forcing him.
It was
to
everything.
Make a quick decision.
It was everything on the outside. Yeah, it was everything on the outside that seemed to give him issues early on.
Because what if Foles? Like, just go back to Foles. Like Foles is a different quarterback, but same thing. Like to hold on to the ball a little bit.
Yeah.
So what do you do to guys that like to hold on to the ball a little bit early on in the game? Get it out quick. Get them in rhythm quick. Right. And that was like they did. Like, make sense? Like they're telling you by running that kind of stuff early that they're trying that. Like they're trying to get him in rhythm and they're trying to make him get rid of the ball fast because he doesn't. He holds the ball for a long time. And some of that's him running around, right? I get it. And you want that part of his game. That's part of the reason why I like him running the football, because that helps us become the best rushing team in the National Football League. Which is what we want, because you can win a lot of games that way.
Yep.
But just I mean, like I don't want to say he's like he played the worst ever. But I just thought in the first, those first couple of drives, I just thought he was going backwards too much, and I don't like to see that early on. But still, we still should have had 6 points. That being said, right? So he still put us in the field goal range twice. Even though I have my critiques on him.
Yeah, and it's when you run too. So I mean, of the 39 yards, I think 3 of them were key third down, first downs.
Yeah.
3rd and 7s, third and long, so that's
that one he picked up that they overturned was huge.
Yeah, that's the key right there. So I mean, like I said, if you fall in, as long as you don't fall in love with stats, then it doesn't matter. Winning is that the quarterback position is gauged on winning, right? But what you guys are saying is, you got to be able to, you do have to be able to stretch the field and throw the ball, and move the chains like that. That's it's just.
I mean, you're 100% right, though. So
play action opens.
Winning is what it's about.
Play action opens up things. You know what I mean? Because 75, like he had 221. I mean, we know we have eyes, but the defense team will tell you, well, 221. I mean, 75 of that was, 43 of it was Barkley, a 3-yard dump off to Barkley who made the safety miss, and he took it for 43.
And it was off,
And Goddard, it was a 32-yarder to Goddard that spit out, the piggy spit out. And, so, and like I said, we're not taking anything back. This isn't a woulda, coulda, shoulda. I'm just saying, like, your eyes tell you that's not really throwing the football. You know what I mean? That's almost like an extended handoff. I mean, the Goddard was like a 10-yard out. He was wide open, all right? And then he got it to him in space, and he was able to get downfield. Barkley, that was all Barkley. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you take nothing away from Hurts for that. It's just, if you want to be at next level, quarterback, you got to be able to hit those throws downfield. I'm not talking about the 50-50 balls to AJ. I'm talking about, a deep out across the field.
Deep out,
deep out. Exactly. Post corner. Give me something with substance. I'm not saying, that's not how you have to be defined like that. I'm just saying if you want to be considered an elite passer, that's all. Doesn't mean it doesn't. And listen, it doesn't have to be that. If you're a playmaker and you're a winner, listen, that's good enough in this league.
It's good enough until we get to the playoffs against a good team and they make you have to throw the ball.
Super Bowl recipe. I'm just saying it's it's good enough to to move the chains, and it's good enough to pick up W's. And then, like I said, things got to get done in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody, take it a step further from Philadelphia, everybody's favorite son down the Beltway. Regular season's cute. Nope. Got to get it done in the playoffs. Got to get it done in the playoffs there, Marmar. All right. You know what I mean? Like, regular season's cute. All right. To Wilson's point, right? The playoffs, things shrink. You got to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the only thing that has me nervous. I love our defense. They're playing great. I love our running game. It's that in a big spot, is Jalen going to be able to make the throw? That's the only thing that has me nervous. Besides that, I love the outlook of our team right now. I'm feeling soupy. Love it.
Well, you say that, you say team's going to make us throw the football. The only caveat to that is what we have on the outside. So if you start coming down and going 8 in the box and want to play man-to-man all day, I think you're asking for trouble that way too, because of the guys on the outside. So that's where he can still beat you because of those guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 50-50 balls. I mean, I was making a joke earlier, 30-70 balls, but the correct term is 50-50 balls, and they've won that in the last couple of years because of their playmakers on the outside.
No, I mean, I totally agree, Tommy, but that's what's going to, we face a good defense. Obviously, they're going to try to stop the run. Make him try to throw the ball against us. That's probably going to be the MO that they would go with, I would assume. So, yeah, they would have to win outside. He's going to have to hit some throws. It's as simple as that. Besides that, we should be able to run the ball.
But up until today, he had been playing well. Right? He had been playing well up until today, right? Today was probably his worst game in the last few. And ironically, it's his first game that he's been over 25 basket attempts in the last 5-6 weeks.
Hi. Stopping in again. No, Jesse, I agree. I mean, you said, Tom, we have great guys on the outside, but it means nothing when you cannot hit them when they're open. No, I agree. This isn't Jalen's defense team here. I'm just talking about winning and like, okay, if you come 8 in the box in the playoffs and you go man to man, you could be asking for some trouble that way too. We've seen that, in 2022. So, I mean, you pick your poison with it a little bit, but they found their identity, which we've talked about, and their identity is they got to be a run first type oriented football team.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And it goes not just with Saquon, but with the quarterback. And
absolutely.
Like you said, he picked up 3 first downs with his legs, big ones. So drive extenders. And, we talk about the same thing last year, like he just wins games. This year, the Marshall's question earlier, this year is different because last year the defense didn't play like this at any stretch.
Yes.
So,
and the defense started playing worse and worse as the year was going on,
right.
as opposed to this year where they're playing better and better.
And monster shout out to the ageless wonder, Brandon Grant. I mean, he's still playing impactful snaps. And I don't know that we sat there and penciled in impactful snaps in the Swan Song year, right? Like he's probably thinking, hey, I might come back one more year. The way this is going, but he's given us meaningful snaps. He was a havoc buster when he was out there this week.
Brandon's been good. Still gets after the quarterback.
Yeah,
seems to have one big play every week.
Absolutely.
Just really excited with the young guys. The young guys on defense, particularly, have just all looked good. They're all getting better and better, and just very exciting, really. Because, I mean, going in, we thought our biggest question mark was how is this defense going to play? How is Vic going to get this defense to play? And it's coming together so good that it's getting me excited.
Yeah,
guys, this isn't Jalen slander. It was just a point of him not stepping up in the pocket early in the game. Like, I mean, that's all it was. We said
he didn't play well. It's okay.
He didn't have his best game. We won. He had some big runs with his feet, and we were just talking about like you're going to have to make some tight throws come playoff time.
People
it was they want to hear what 10 with 5 minutes left in the game, guys.
People are going to hear what they want to hear.
Because
we're talking.
Jalen did not throw the ball well,
and we couldn't hit a kick. Show. What would you like us to talk about? You know what I mean? A tremendous technique on the tush push. You know what I mean? Like, it's a post-game show. It's a post-game show. That's all. Get a grip, man. Just get a grip. That's all. We're having a conversation. Just having a conversation. All right? Ain't nobody tearing the dude down. We're just having a conversation.
And also, have a good night. Stop watching. Nobody gives a fuck.
Well, I don't think anybody's not watching.
Well, you can make sure you hit the.
Well, that guy said have a good night. So yeah, have a good night. I don't give a fuck.
Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit that like on the way out.
Billy boy.
Billy boy. Yep, it was a good month. It was a good month for Hurts. Absolutely.
It's been a great month. It's been a great month for an Eagles fan. I feel like we have. I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but we have a pretty easy schedule coming up too, right?
At Rams, at Baltimore.
Well,
yeah, I was going to say
that's not great. So.
I had him at 5-3.
The end.
I know what you're saying.
The end of it is easy, but the next 2 weeks are going to be tough.
I had him at 5-3 because I think.
But the nice thing,
Rams, Ravens, and Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, but that's a few weeks away.
That's three tough games. That's three tough games.
Good thing though is we got Rams. Even though it's in LA, we're on the mini bye though, right? We played Thursday night. This is where the Thursday night game helps you. It screws you on the short week, but helps you on the next week. Then you come home, and then even though it's an away game, it's just Baltimore, right?
Well, bad loss for them on Monday. So you get everything. You get everything you got from them.
Well, and especially for them because they need that game.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
To your point, they could.
This is a big game for big check game for the young kids in the secondary because the Rams are going to throw the ball. They got 2 good receivers. They're going to throw the ball. They got a good quarterback. So
stud.
I'm excited to see how they play against Puka and Cooper Cup.
Williams is a stud too.
Yeah, Kyron. Yeah, he can play. I like our chances against the Rams. We'll probably be underdogs against the Ravens, I would assume, on the road, but I think we're probably favored against the Rams. Right? You think we're dogs to the Rams?
No.
3.
No, I don't think so.
I think we might be slight favorites. I think
we'll be favored.
2, 3, 4.
I'd say Rams -3 or less. I don't know, 2.5 maybe.
Well, yeah. I mean, they come and well, here you go. Rams play in New England this week, right? So naturally, it's probably going to be a win, but they're traveling.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be 5-5.
I don't know
Yeah,
about
it might
that.
be.
I don't know about naturally that's going to be a win there.
No, absolutely, I agree with you because there's a guy. You'll take your sandwich with mayo. That guy called his team out, and there's young guys that respected it. You know what I mean? Because either he played in the league, or they just were like, you know what, we are soft. So and they played well the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, because one way or the other when you do that, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going the right way for him.
Absolutely.
And the kid looks like he can sling it a little bit, man.
Ain't bad.
And when you go West Coast to East Coast, it's never great.
It's a tough one, yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly think the New England might win that game.
I mean, it definitely fits the narrative, that West Coast, East Coast early game narrative, right? It's a 1 o'clocker. It's an 11 a.m.er for them.
Yeah.
Like you said, 10 a.m. or 11 a.m.
Yeah,
tougher game than you expect, basically. That's all.
Yeah,
tougher game
exactly.
than it looked 5 weeks ago. We'll say that.
Yeah, because of how the Patriots are playing.
Yeah, correct.
2 weeks ago we saw the Chargers do it and absolutely door the Browns because the Browns stink.
I think if we can just keep winning, the Lions definitely have a tougher schedule just strictly by the in division games that they have left. Because the end of obviously we're going to play Washington again in Washington, which will be a tougher game. But then
we're also big on the division.
Last 2 games are Giants, Cowboys, and both those teams are both mailed it the fuck in. And by that point, they will have officially mailed it the fuck in.
Might be Trey Lance.
That's great. Yeah, I don't know how it's not Trey Lance because Cooper Rush. We know Cooper Rush.
Goodness gracious!
Out loud.
I mean, obviously Lance stinks, but when Will said that, I forgot Lance was still in the league. And then Will said, "How bad is Lance? He can't play over this guy. Every day, this guy's showing up, and he's the 3. Jeez, here's my walking papers."
Yeah,
third overall. It's time to go get a 9 to 5. It's time to go get a 9 to 5. I can't back up Dak. I gotta say to myself, I feel like I might be better than Dak. I know he's getting paid. I'm not saying Lance. I'm just saying anybody that plays quarterback feels like they can be better than Dak. Cooper Rush shouldn't even be in the same sentence as anybody. I can't believe he's in the league. It's incredible.
Backup QBs have the best jobs.
You gotta be kidding me that the starter. What a tremendous country, and we can't find 60 quarterbacks. It is unreal. They're not even 10. There's not even 10. I'm just saying.
He threw for 42 yards, and they came out and said, "Hey, he's our starter next week." Like, the guy threw for 42 yards.
Tell you what, it is.
Like you came out and actually said that. You need to announce that. Maybe just keep that in house. Right?
They got blinded by the sun.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no need for you to come out on Sunday night and be like, "Yeah, Cooper Rush starting for us next week."
Cooper's our guy.
Yeah, we're gonna go with Cooper. Oh, okay. Way to get a fan base excited. Like, if you're gonna lose, just go down with a guy that isn't any good anyway, but like had the upside of somebody thought he had upside.
I'm not sure he has upside, honestly.
Oh, I don't think he does.
Was a terrible pick. How many times has he played? Trey Lance played like 7 games since he was a freshman in high school. It's a terrible pick.
Let's see here.
Right? I think he only played like 1 season at North Dakota State, right? Pretty sure.
Let's see.
After the Wentz wagon.
The Wentz wagon.
Now, what's it called was after Wentz? Easton Stick.
Easton Stick.
Great name.
He played
could be a hockey name, could be a baseball name. Great name.
He played 19 total games over 3 years.
19 total games.
But he played 16 in 2019 and then only 1 in 2020. I don't know whether he just stopped mid-year. I don't know.
Well, they might have just stopped mid-year. It was D1 double. They're not D1. Oh,
or maybe that
their
was
FCS might have just canceled. I don't even know.
yeah, but he only played one game in 2020.
Don, yes. There is a level of concern for Shaky Jake, for sure. Hasn't hit a 50-yarder all season. Obviously looked bad tonight. Almost missed that last extra point.
Second to last.
Second to last. Well, the one that put us up 9.
Lack of use.
He's playing 9 games total in his career in the NFL, though.
In case of emergency, break glass. Is that what's going on with Elliott, or like he hasn't been used? I mean,
yeah, I don't know.
That might be. That's where
He's
go.
Pulling everything. He misses everything to the left.
Yeah, he's not being used as often as he was, but tonight wasn't good. I mean, the game's a blowout.
We're not going to use him more if he's missing everything, though.
Yeah,
but it's
across the NFL too, though.
Yeah, but it's amazing.
Moody missed 3 for the Niners last week. Like it's just
amazing what
this is starting to get cold.
Social media is such a horrible place. Like now, because of the night Jake had, there's everybody wants to say Nick was a genius. Maybe the coach was right. Shut up, dude. You kick a field goal when it's fucking 3rd and 5 and you're fucking driving, 4th and 5, and you fucking take the points. Shut up. Right? It's amazing that if you have a keyboard and a telephone in your hand, that you feel like you're somebody. Go away. Go away. Nick's a moron. Right? They won 6 in a row. Kudos. Right?
Yeah,
He's got everything in his power to blow the Jags game. So when you get in close games, good luck. Good luck.
I was going to say, if anything, these field goals hurts us more because it's just going to be more bad decisions from Sirianni.
Exactly.
If anything.
You get in close games, watch out. Because then that's when these guys put their thumbprint on it. And when they apple up. All right? Danny Quinn, 12-10 game, apple. Apple came. Oh, assholes, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with my hands. I was horse shit in Atlanta. I lost a 28-3 lead against the Patriots. Was that him? I think it was him, right?
Oh, yeah, 100% him. 1,000% him. And the guy that drafted Trey Lance.
Yes. But it's just so funny. You're like, oh my God, maybe Nick was right. Maybe he was right.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't right. And Dan Quinn wasn't right today either. Yeah. I loved how the best part about the Dan Quinn going for it was they didn't even have momentum.
Yeah.
It was 2nd and inches to 4th and 2. You lost the yard on the next 2 plays after that. And it's let's punch it. Let's go. We got it.
Bill's Greg's boss. Hey, Greg, get on that for Bill.
I'm on it. I got it.
That's great.
Home Dallas.
I mean, they're going to lose more than one game, I would assume, Bill. But I don't know. I don't know their schedule. We'll have to wait for Greg here.
I'm here.
Yeah, read it out.
Home Dallas.
That's probably a win.
Home Tennessee.
Tougher game than you'd think.
At New Orleans.
Probably a win.
Home Philly. Home Atlanta, and out at Dallas to end it.
I mean, at the Saints game, Saints look a little frisky with the head coach, getting fired and get Rizzy, right? Is that his name? Rizzy.
What was it again, Greg? I apologize, Greg. I was texting like an idiot. What was it? Just rip through it real quick.
Home Dallas, Tennessee, at New Orleans, home Philly, Atlanta, at Dallas. So, I mean, there is only 2 road games, 4 home games. That's a benefit to
the
them.
Atlanta game's a tough game, too. But, yeah, I mean, listen, they could definitely realistically probably only lose 2 there.
Atlanta Saints,
maybe 3.
Atlanta Saints, Eagles, 3 tough ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or 3 ones he would talk about. 3 talking head points right there.
I mean, granted, the Dallas game is, it's a division game. It's a rivalry game, but Dallas looks cooked, obviously. But yeah, maybe 2. Was that 6 games? Maybe 4-2.
Yeah, 6 left.
I could see them going 4-2.
11-6. Good season. Good
Yeah,
first
probably,
season.
I mean, probably put them in the playoffs.
Yeah, good first season. Thanks for playing.
We just got to keep winning games because, like I said, I feel like Detroit's probably going to lose a couple, especially because they're going to have to play, Green Bay and Minnesota. Yeah, well, I mean, I want the 1 seed. I want the 1 seed.
And we know how the NFL works too, right? I feel like Detroit, why they are really, really good, has gotten the benefit of a lot of breaks going their way, right? I'm not saying it to take anything away from them, right? But outside of Hutchinson, they've been really healthy this year. And we know that doesn't always take you don't always go through the regular season and the playoffs healthy, right? So I feel like there's another injury coming their way. And granted to them, they should have lost that game Sunday night, but they did, right? They got their home Jacksonville, at Indy, home Bears, home Packers, home Buffalo, at Bears, at 49ers, home Vikings to end the year. So yeah, they got a bunch of division games coming down as everybody does, right?
Yeah, that's a tough schedule. I mean,
yeah, they're pretty good. I mean, throw five interceptions on the road and win the game is pretty tough.
I know.
I
was thinking the same thing as a reverse. Like, even when you're putting out in the universe. That's what I'm thinking.
Agreed, Chiefs. I didn't want to say anything. I was like, he's going to get an eagle hurt with this fucking talk.
I'm thinking, this guy's got out the tin cup and tell me that the Lions have walked through life so gracefully. And he's just like, wow, be careful.
Yeah, not to mention Hutchinson's injury was fucking gruesome.
2-6.
Like, it's been a great stroll. It's been
the only thing they've had.
Great, yeah, to their best player, Greg. That's kind of a big deal.
He died.
Paralyzed.
He came back. He came back to life. You can't joke about that anymore because the guy did.
It did happen. Yeah. He's having a solid year.
Good old DeMar.
Solid year. He's back.
I think if you would have, I'll stop myself. Because he wasn't just like a special teams player then.
I think he was actually starting.
He was a
rookie though. He was a rookie though.
Yeah, if you die on the field and get resuscitated, you're going to come back as a starter. He might take it.
It's been a good turn of events. Yeah, it's been a good turn of events. He won an SB. He's spotted in the press box. He's got a stunt double.
Stunt double talk.
It's been a hell of a year. A hell of a recovery.
Was it really him? Is it really him in the booth? Who knows?
Yeah, we don't know.
Was he also on the grassy knoll?
Yeah, that was him.
Poor Don was sleeping here in Greg's voice, fucking talking about the Lions. The Lions being so unfortunate. Unfortunate.
I mean, I think Q's good. I think Q's playing great. I'm not sure that you can even call Sauce anymore the way he's playing. He might be a mod.
He might lose
on the struggle bus.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I mean, the whole team's on the struggle bus. The Jets are wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they're definitely
Rodgers, what a piece of shit. Just in general. Like just what a piece of shit. There's no other
words. Is he gonna retire?
Like there's just no other words for it. Like
is he gonna retire? Or are they gonna make him head coach?
He's just pulling every string. This was a guy that was on live TV when Mike Williams got traded. He had no reaction. He was like, he's a nice guy. He worked hard. Like he did, because he already knew that he orchestrated it. He didn't even give a fuck. Like he was like, he's a nice guy.
Well, as soon as he fell, Sweeps, who was that, like 3 weeks ago when he fell during a route? The day after that, they were like, Jets expected to trade Mike Williams. Aaron came in the locker room like, clean it out. Put Adams up there.
The guy, he's like the guy from Billy Madison. He's got a wall of names, and he's wearing lipstick. And he's wearing lipstick at night, and he's like,
"Thank God I called that
Mike
guy."
Williams, Robert Sala, Mike Williams, gone.
And I called that
God,
guy.
I called that guy.
Jordan Love's knee's gonna hurt, and he's gonna suck a little bit. All right.
Who's next? Remove
Brett
sauce.
Favre.
Remove
Brett
sauce
Favre's
from
a
a
Yeah, I was gonna say Brett Favre. Brett Favre, Bonzi.
Brett Favre's like fucking Bernie Madoff, fucking piece of shit.
Favre on the list.
He showed his dick first, and now he's running Ponzi schemes. Incredible.
I mean, if he follows Favre true to form, he'll get traded to the Vikings and be the Vikings quarterback next year, correct?
Yep, and then take him to a
Yeah.
playoff game.
I don't know that Aaron's texted Jen Sturger yet, though.
He should.
Should, for sure.
I mean, there's definitely, you just know, we've been saying this forever, but I mean, I guess you kind of know now because he's more open, but like he's got something wrong with him, obviously. Because he goes through women, like no one in his family, like when your family doesn't like you, there's usually something wrong with you. They're like the people that have to like you. When the family doesn't like you, usually there's an issue.
It's usually a dead giveaway.
Absolutely.
So yeah, he's a weird guy. I think he has to be, Carlos.
Yeah, Carlos. I think he's.
How can he be?
Who else is leading? If he's not, to me, it circles back to last year with Jalen Carter, right? When the Eagles were rolling and they were 10-1, Jalen Carter was the talk of the rookie class defensively, right? And he was a monster the first half of the year, and then just like everybody else, he sucked the second half, and I still think he should have won it. And that's obviously me being biased because I had a ticket. You had a ticket. Will Anderson closed well, right? Will Anderson closed well, but at week 11,
Greg's such a fucking.
At week 11, he was the leader in the clubhouse.
I can tell without even memorizing,
without even
remembering that. I know your middle name is Agenda Cat. That's it.
Yeah, that's all he is.
Greg A.C. Malakovich.
He's the same one that went on. He's the same one a couple weeks ago, Swoops, that was going off about how Stott didn't win a Gold Glove, bitching about Turang and then Turang wins the Platinum Glove for Best Defensive Player. Greg didn't even think he should be a Gold
throw
Glove.
Philly a Gold Glove one time. You had 5 of them out there. Throw him a Gold Glove.
I was hoping that he was talking.
I was
Uncle
more
Sal
pissed if the Brewers got
Uncle
2.
Sal Frolic. I think that's
that's more where.
I think that's where you were going, but
that's more where my argument was did the Brewers
Wilson
need
point.
2?
It's par for Greg's course.
Yes.
To take a shot at a guy, and he wins the goddamn platinum.
Platinum
record.
100%.
Guy's got 5 platinum records. He can't fucking sing. He can't fucking sing. He's fucking Milli Vanilli. He can't sing.
So Jared Verse is the favorite on a 4-5 team. That's interesting for the defensive rookie of the year. That's good. That's what someone said. Jesse
Who is
Davis,
it?
Jared Verse is the favorite for defensive rookie of the year.
I mean, is he having a good year?
I don't know. I just know the Rams were 4-5 though.
Yeah, but that doesn't really matter. If he's got 10 sacks, that matters.
I don't think he has 10 sacks.
Look it up. Greg thinks we're scared, so I'll look it up. Jared Verse. No. Let me take it off your plate, buddy. Let me take it off your plate for a second here.
Is he the betting favorite currently? Is that what you're saying?
23 solo. 23 solo, 4.5.
2 forced fumbles.
Good year.
Yeah, no, real good year. But
I think
not.
He's got a very good shot to win it, though. In my opinion, if he's plus money right now, that's I think a solid bet.
That's the guy that transferred from Albany too. Hell,
defense. And he's a heavy favorite. Minus 250. Quignon's plus 300.
Oh, I like that plus 300.
That's a value right there.
I like that.
You're not getting the turnovers.
Yeah. You're not. Yeah, that's exactly what we talked about earlier. And I'm not here to
Cooper's plus 16.
I mean, what we talked about earlier was the respect factor. You're not seeing picks or passes defended. You're looking at, right now there's a respect factor. Like, hey, this guy's pretty delicious. We're gonna look the opposite way. You know what I mean? So you don't have any stats to get it. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just argue and say. I mean, you can. I'm just saying, but you can't.
Well, when you say all the top receivers against him,
you take a sack.
I know that. I'm just saying, to play devil's advocate, they're going to be like, "Well, he's a lockdown. He's a lockdown corner."
Interceptions and shit.
Yeah,
Casual fans going to go check his stats out and be like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, exactly.
And it becomes this Twitter thing, like, how this guy win Rookie of the Year when my guy had 10 sacks.
Well, those guys are morons. I think we've gone over this already, haven't we?
No, we know.
But the problem is, I think a lot of those morons vote, though. I think that's the problem.
Oh, that's the thing. A lot of sheets have paper and pen.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
they just had the stats written down.
Yeah, they know.
Verse also had a sack.
I still think Q's a solid play, though. I would think that's a solid play.
Plus 300.
Yeah,
get a couple picks.
He's playing more
somehow
games.
End the season with get like 4 picks somehow. You jump right into that conversation. You start with 1, but
yeah.
I mean, is he second right now, Greg? Though plus 300 is that the second favorite? I mean, so he's right there.
Yeah, minus 250 and then plus 300.
Greg's already wishing injuries on the Lions. Let's just wish one on Verse.
Yeah, we should have one last sack because he ripped Sam Darnold's head off. That wasn't called for a penalty, so all right, take 1 sack away. Now we're only at 3.5. The numbers already don't look as good.
When you're on an island, you got to let people in every once in a while. Unless you want to talk to a fucking soccer ball like Wilson, you got to let some people on your island every once in a while.
Wilson, I'm sorry.
You got to interact with people. And pick up a pick 6 one time. They're fun.
Would love it. That is truly the only thing missing from him right now is the pick, right? I mean, and he had a few hit his hands. That one, the Giants one, was the one he missed the most. That literally hit his hands.
Oh, you were there. That was on you.
Yeah, I was out of my seat at that point. So.
You were in the state, brother.
I was getting food, of course.
Left that one open. I was just driving by my Porsche.
I wasn't gonna say a word.
in my toy car Porsche. I was just driving by.
They were gonna ask you where you were. Hey, where were you?
Porsche.
Was the food good there?
No, it wasn't too bad.
What'd you get?
I mean, it was a hot dog and pretzel. I mean, that's all I got it there.
Yeah, you would just get like a raw dog too. You just go raw dog.
Yeah, I didn't put anything on it.
You're on the way. Oh,
God damn.
I mean,
anti-condiment.
You know that he don't do no dipping. So
no. Like, I didn't think putting ketchup on a hot dog was a fucking dip.
But he don't do nothing though. He don't do nothing.
And then was the pretzel dry?
Straight missionary from Greg. He ain't doing nothing.
There's no cheese. I'm not putting mustard. Mustard's disgusting.
No condom.
There's no cheese.
Mustard's disgusting. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Whoever said that in the history of mustard?
Mustard's
if you would have said that about relish, I would have been like, all right.
Relish is disgusting too.
Yeah,
mustard's delicious. Nice spicy brown.
No.
Little horseradish mustard, maybe.
Sign
me up.
I would.
See, you had a pretzel without mustard too, just a dry pretzel.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
Wow,
you are something special.
Really
I would peel apart a fucking mustard girl. I would peel the layers back.
I wonder if he says like it was I wonder if the food was good enough. The driest thing in Jersey. You were like the drought. I mean,
Pretty much.
You got to start on the drought. That's why the drought came. You created the drought here in Jersey. You came up, got everything dry, and the weather followed.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
He's
You
incredible.
should get charged for the fires.
That's the powers I have.
The more I think about it, you know what I mean, you should probably get charged for the fires.
That's great. That's the cross I bear.
Cross my bear. One of my buddies in another group chat was like, "What is the opposite of a heater?" Because that's what I'm on right now. I said, "That's called a Greg Milokovic."
Yep. It could also be known as a Brian Wilson. Yep. Very clever.
That's called a Greg Milokovic because
I think I hit a college basketball parlay tonight. I haven't checked, but I think I did. Did Arizona State win? Greg, check that for me.
Okay.
I had Arizona State too, so
most
likely.
Don't look, bro. Don't look. don't you dare!
I think they were a great play. They were a great play. I think. So I hope they won.
He goes, who'd you have?
I had Arizona State money line.
They did win. They were getting points.
Oh, yeah,
they won outright.
Won by 11. Yeah.
Greg totally redeems himself.
We're
back.
5.5.
And we're back.
5.5 at home. Attaboy.
Yeah, no. So I saw that. I said, "Oh, I love them."
Dry dog is back,
and we're back. I had LSU too, and I had them with the points, but I know they were up big. They're up by 20.
They won by
11. Yeah, they won. A lot of dogs. Doggy night.
I'm
a rough.
First 2 weeks of college basketball, all I bet is underdogs.
Rough.
I was all over Colgate the other night. There's nothing that's more guaranteed in life. Death, taxes, and Syracuse struggling hard with Colgate. Always struggle with the toothpaste. It's incredible. Thank God we won this year.
With the toothpaste.
We've lost to a toothpaste 2 times in the last 4 years. Can't. It's never a good season when you're losing to a toothpaste. I'll tell you that.
Bill. Take care, Bill.
See you, Bill. Thanks, brother.
I'm following you out.
See you, Bill.
Are we following you?
Yeah, we're right behind.
We got Crumbs.
You're crumbing out.
Sixers.
Again.
Sixers are gonna be my crumb every fucking time we have a show until the season's over. I might spice something up and throw somebody else in there, but the Sixers will always be secondary crumb. Sixers, they're just awful. They're almost unwatchable. I don't even care who's playing. We play zero defense. There is 35 wide open looks a game for whoever we're playing. Every fucking game. It was the same thing last year. Dudes were just wide open in the Knicks series last year. Dudes are just wide open all night long, every night, every game, wide open. What are we doing? Teams shoot we talked about this last week. Teams shoot 70 fucking threes a game. Against us, 40 of them are wide open. How is that possible? How is it possible? I don't know. I fucking hate the Sixers. I'm out. I hate them. I can't even watch them. I'm out. It took fucking 11 games. I'm out.
Not to mention the G League lineup. They were all out there for like a regular season game. Right?
Ricky Council.
Sweeps, wow. I think you said in the group chat, like, I'd be pissed if I had a ticket to that game.
Oh, absolutely.
See you next year.
Yeah, I'm not. I will never go to a Sixers game this season.
Yeah,
There's shot. Exactly. They're getting my money.
You gotta get arrested getting to the owner's box. You know what I mean? Like the undefeated Cavs at home. I mean, like we're a week into the season. I don't give a shit. And obviously what we talked about a couple weeks ago. When Tom was saying, listen, let's not. We're killing Joel, which rightfully so. But this organization is so horrible. You know what I mean? So again, there's the right hand doesn't know what the left hand's doing. So he's the guy that made the statement, "Oh, I'm not playing back-to-backs." Then now he's backpedaling. And then, he said after the next game, "I want to play tomorrow." You know what I mean? Again, so now putting it on them. And then so it's God.
I mean, if you want, he could have started by playing on fucking Monday or wherever Tuesday, because I tell you what, he didn't show a whole lot of effort in that fucking Knicks game either. Christ.
Yeah,
I've had
in defense of that game. In defense of that game, we're not defending Joel when I say this, but in defense of that game, that's how he always looks when he first comes back. That ain't nothing new. You know what I mean?
So he's gonna miss 45 games a year, and then half of the ones he plays, he's going to look like a fucking pile of shit. Just great. Awesome. Fucking awesome. I love it.
Great.
The only thing we got going for us is Jared McCain's a stud. Jared McCain's a stud.
Yes,
Man,
he is.
his whole body.
In a terrible draft class, we found the guy, right? You know what I mean?
Jared McCain's a stud. Fucking him and Maxey. Trade everybody else.
Yeah, I was just going to say. So as much, like I said, as much as we kill them, that's a great job by them, because if I'm sitting there, he's in a tough spot, he's not getting that many minutes. But and I know you guys might have agreed, I was taking Dalton Knecht there. You know what I mean? That's who I was pushing the button for. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying he's not going to turn out to be anybody. He's with the Lakers, and whatever. We know what the Lakers are, but McCain looks awesome. You know what I mean? Looks awesome. So
yeah, he can get his own shot.
Yep.
He can get to the hole. I think he's going to be very good. Yeah, that's literally the only silver lining to the Sixers start. And I love how they're just like, oh well, it's early in the season. Oh, they'll gear it up. It's like, we're 2-9, guys. We might not even make the fucking playoffs. We are terrible. They're probably going to lose to Orlando tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, you can't fall too far behind.
Yeah,
Orlando's
good.
No, but I'm saying, like, to your point, like, when people talk about being young and the season, early in the season, like, you be 2-15, and then what? Like, you gonna win 15 in a row, are you? I mean, so like, and sooner or later you got to hit the panic button.
Yeah, we got to start winning games.
Yeah, I agree. For me, it's the two NFL guys. Debo's a loser. All right, never shuts his mouth, and he's always hurt. And he's got the audacity to push, talk shit to Moody, and then push the long snapper, like, knock it off, and grow up, and be a leader. Like, and I never seen you push a giant offensive lineman, because you're a pussy, bro. You're a pussy, right? You show up with your stupid outfits. Same guy that showed up. I mean, take a look when he showed up at the stadium that day. That's the same guy that's pushing long snappers, right? Guy looked like, fucking Wesley Snipes in that fucking movie. I don't know what the fuck it was. I don't know, whatever. Blade, whatever. Fucking looking like a fucking moron. I would have said, get the fuck away from me. Get away from me, bro. You never play. You're always hurt. You're a fucking pussy. Where were you in the Super Bowl? Pussy. You're a pussy. Shut up. Right? You want to run your mouth to Eagle fans. Shut up. You suck. Right? And the other guys, and we love the misery in Dallas. Where Micah Parsons, shut your mouth. You understand? Shut your mouth. Okay, you want to have a microphone in your face? That's fine. And I don't like Mike McCarthy. I'm not a family member. I don't really care for him, right? But it's a respect thing, right? You respect your coach, right? And that's it. And you shut your mouth. You want to talk about offensive linemen and you're sad for Zach Martin or somebody? That's fine. There's no reason to bring Mike McCarthy into it, right? You were just out for like 5 weeks too. Like, just shut up and make a play, right? The Eagles just hung 34 on your head, right? And that's what you wanted to go to. Just shut your mouth.
What did he say? I didn't even.
Oh, he felt bad.
He doesn't care about the coach. He can get another job.
He said he could go anytime.
He's more worried about guys like Zach Martin who might be retiring.
Who's done more than Mike McCarthy's ever done? Who's done more than Mike McCarthy's ever done? Like, he had to just spice it up a notch. You know what I mean? Like,
I forgot. I want to add somebody else too, because he has to be added to the Crumb. I don't even know his name. Greg could pull him up, but there you can look at it. There's a dude after Georgia lost to Ole Miss on Saturday. There was a Georgia player that was celebrating with the Ole Miss players. Did you see that?
There's a backstory there. They were friends.
I don't give a fuck if they're friends.
I hear you.
Your team just
lost. Somebody asked Kirby Smart about it. No, I hear you.
You're on the field still. You can go have a drink with them after the game when you're in street clothes. You don't celebrate on the field with the team that just beat you. And he's still on the team. It's incredible. How's he not cut?
Because Kirby Smart after the game said he didn't care.
No, he didn't.
He said, I got bigger things to worry about.
He did talk about it the next morning, though, Kirby Smart.
Did he come back?
It's not a good look and everything. Not a good look. Yeah. How's he not cut, Kirby? He's celebrating with Ole Miss in a Georgia jersey.
Wow.
I don't care. I don't care if it's unreal.
I mean, I just went to a breathe right here to get through this, but I mean, I don't care if it's your brother. It's the word. Oh my God.
Yeah, that can't be done. Wow. On the field. It was on the field.
Imagine seeing Jason Kelsey do that 2 years ago with Travis. Hey, Trav. Just.
Yeah, give him a big hug after the game.
No, just out there like celebrating with the team.
Partying after the Super Bowl. Yep, like hey.
Oh my God, you lost
You
your mind.
He did.
Yeah.
Kelsey was out there. Or was that the one that was that the other one that they might have been last year?
That was the
Might
other
have been
one. When he
last year.
played
Yeah,
against him, he was not
When we
out.
played against them, a regular season game, which I still don't like. All right, I reprimand for that too. All right, regular season game, I reprimand for that too. So let's make sure that Uncle Sweeps and Wills, we're consistent. We're consistent reprimanders. All right, but
Correct.
we're talking about regular season game. No, Super Bowl, no way. He immediately went to the locker room, but that was
I just couldn't believe it. I heard people talking about it, and I had to look up the clip, and I was like, this is for real?
Like
And he didn't get cut. Nobody on the team fought him.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like where's the captains? Like I buried the guy. Like he don't even get on the bus.
Think it's the first ditch I dug? You kidding me?
The coaches don't even have to get involved. All right, I mean he don't even get on the bus.
No.
You're Ubering back to Georgia, bro. We got 4 buses. You ain't getting on any of them.
That's incredible. So I'm not even sure what his name is, but he's a Crumb.
Yeah, I don't know who it is either.
All right, I don't have a Crumb. It's a great night. Winners of 6 in a row.
Jake Pope.
Who?
Jake Pope.
That's his name?
Yeah.
Crumb.
Yeah. Hope he never plays another down.
I need to see this video.
It's bad, Tommy.
I need to see it. You know what I mean? Like I believe you. It's one of those like I need the reaction to seeing it. You're right.
Yeah,
that's all.
Did he I mean, did he transfer immediately after the game? Was that like then you would still take the jersey off.
He's still on the team.
Like, the way the portal is,
but
I'm saying the way the portal is, I wouldn't be surprised if he transferred right after the game. You know what I mean? Like,
well, this is his first year on Georgia. He's an Alabama transfer. Yeah, apparently he also loves Ole Miss.
Somebody tell this guy. This guy's a real friendly guy. He's a friendly cat.
That's great. But yeah, Crumb. Jake Pope, Crumb. The entire Sixers team, Crumb, besides Jared McCain.
All right, good work, boys.
Yeah. Playoffs in college football are going to be fun because it's still a disaster.
They're going to be awesome. Tell you
it's still a disaster.
There's a monster logjam atop the SEC.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because I still don't think they can get it. I don't know that there's any way they're going to get it right.
12 teams, they can't get it right.
They still can't get it right.
I think it'll be right, Craig. How's not going to be right? They're gonna they all play each other pretty much.
Well, we're never gonna get out of here. I mean, we were on our way.
We're good because we can talk about it. We can talk about it later on. But I'm just saying, like,
12 teams, we're not gonna get it right. This is incredible.
There's so many. All those SEC teams with 2 losses. You're telling me an undefeated BYU team is gonna beat them?
Well, Greg, if you go undefeated and you win your,
they
win the Big 12, they automatically get in. So there's no point in arguing about that.
I get that.
Who are we talking about? You be talking about like the guys that aren't automatic qualifiers.
Yeah, but like Indiana, right? Cute story, but they beat a 2-loss SEC team.
Well, Indiana loses to Ohio State, they're not going to get in. I bet you. I'm almost guarantee it. Unless it's a really tight game.
Yeah, it depends how they lose.
Yeah.
Because they don't have they don't play anybody else, and they're not.
If
they lose to Ohio State, they won't be in the Big Ten championship.
And I'm not saying Penn State's beating a 2-loss SEC team. They're probably losing to Ole Miss right now, right? Like, again.
Yeah, but a bunch of those teams are going to get losses, though, because Texas and Texas A&M play, Georgia and somebody else.
Tennessee,
bottom
right?
line,
So Georgia and Tennessee, right?
Yeah,
so like all these teams are going to get losses.
Yeah, whether you're right or not. The bottom line is we have to see it before we can believe it, all right? And that's the only way to get to that is to have 12 or 16, all right? Not 4, all right? So the SEC, we know what the SEC is, and they've been riding that delicious crutch, rightfully so, for a long time. So now's your chance. That's it. Now's your chance to cash that in. All right, let me see, 4 SEC teams in the semifinals. Then you know what I mean. If you're that dominant, so let's see it. Let's see.
Well, you're going to see. I'll tell you what. I mean, you can almost mark this down, Greg. I'll give you this. almost guaranteed it's going to be 4 SEC and 4 Big Ten, and then it'll be 1 ACC, 1 Big 12, Notre Dame, and whoever probably Boise, whoever the smallest school is. Almost guaranteed, unless Notre Dame loses to Army, because Notre Dame has the worst loss.
Right.
They're somehow sneaking in over SMU currently because of that win that they have against Texas A&M. But they have the worst loss. The Northern Illinois is the worst loss.
Northern Illinois didn't cover again this week. Like, what a joke.
I don't think they won.
I just don't understand how SMU's getting no love. SMU's
really good.
They're either going to get in by winning the ACC or they're not going to get in because they're getting no love at all, and they only have one loss, and it's to BYU, who's undefeated. So that's
BYU got gifted a game this week.
Yeah, they're going to lose a game.
Yeah.
Mark it down. BYU will lose a game before the Big 12 championship. They're having too many close calls.
Yeah.
Should have lost to Utah. Should have lost to, you know what? It might be to Kansas. Kansas is playing good. Kansas might beat them. I like Colorado. I think Colorado's somehow going to find its way.
Colorado's playing well.
They are.
They fixed their defense. Colorado.
Shador's good.
They still give up points, but they keep them in it enough for Shador and Travis Hunter to bail them out.
Yeah, Travis Hunter kid's awesome. He's going to win the Heisman.
Now that they're bowl eligible, yes, he's going to win the Heisman.
Yeah,
if they're another 4 or 5 win team, there's no shot. But
he's gonna win the Heisman.
He should win the Heisman. He's the best.
Plays 140 snaps a game.
Yeah,
I understand the Iron Man. I get it. But Genty's awesome.
He's going to win the Heisman sweeps. He's the current favorite, I think now.
If he was still rocking 6-7 yards an attempt, I'd say yeah, but
Genty's falling off some.
He's falling off, and it's because he's awesome. To your point, they're just loading the box knowing that Boise can't throw.
Colorado, I'll say this though: if they lose and they don't make it to the Big 12 championship, like if all these other teams are playing on championship week and Colorado's not, then he probably doesn't win it.
Possibly,
but if they get to the Big 12 championship, they play on championship week, he's probably going to win it.
Yeah,
because he's having an insane year. He plays fucking 140 snaps. And he's a really good receiver, and he's the best corner.
Yeah, and not even really close.
Oh, he's by far the best corner. He's going to go top 5 probably.
Should go 1 in theory, but we got a lot of time to talk about that. Let's go, Tommy. Roll it out.
All right, we're out of here. Love you all. Go Birds.